see the great work they do, like to see the great setup in the room at the Parks Recreation, employees to do that. Be sure to enjoy some of the chocolates they have on the table. We've actually never had that at Citizens Academy, so it was nice when I walked in and saw that. So thank James, Rodney, and their staff. Again, you'll get to see the hardworking employees they have. One of the things we like to showcase are employees who are boots on the ground type employees, who really don't get a whole lot of recognition publicly. There's not a whole lot of information about what they do behind the scenes, and Citizens Academy gives us the opportunity to showcase that and educate you guys on that. So hopefully you'll appreciate that.
Sure. Kevin, nice to meet you all. Thank you for coming. Nathan's covered most of what I wanted to say, but what I will share is, just to reiterate, we changed the format of this a couple years ago, really, so you can see what all the folks in our city organization do. So 1,600 employees in the city, 17 different departments. We have a lot of folks doing a lot of things to help serve you as citizens, as our residents, and so we're really here for you. And so this is supposed to give you an idea of seeing just one or two departments today, and seeing what those folks do every day to serve you, to serve their residents and citizens. So ask questions. Nathan, myself, and Maggie, who just stepped out for a minute in the red shirt, will be with you all day. So we're kind of like your personal tour guides. If you got questions from the folks that are briefing, or you want to step back and ask us, that's what we're here for. So please feel free to do that. If you got a nice small personal class, we're supposed to have about twice this number, so we're hoping more show up. But this is we typically hold this small like this, 20 to 25 people, so that we can get some one-on-one interaction. I'd encourage you as well to talk amongst yourselves, because part of this is also about networking among fellow residents, and so these folks who are here. And I'd encourage you to spread the word about what we do here, so that others that you know can come and see it. And then just to reiterate the Prince Charles piece, we've been going in there since it was being rebuilt. We've gone in when it was down to concrete and I-beams, and we've seen it come up. And I've been in there recently. My wife and I toured it, and it is incredible to see what that place is like inside. But tie that with the baseball stadium, the parking garage next door, what will soon be the Hyatt Regency, and 120,000 square foot of office space on top of that, really amazing. And so hopefully you'll gain an appreciation for what's going on in that downtown area to help revitalize the city, just in that particular phase. But thank you again for being here, and thanks for being able to spend the day with us. We really appreciate it, and look forward to any questions you might have throughout the day. And with that, I will turn it over.
So we're really excited. We've got a lot of neat things in store for you today, and we're going to do just as good a job for 10 as we would have done for 100. So we're going to make sure that you guys get full effect. We may be able to move a little quicker because we have a smaller group. So we may move along a little quicker, but the agenda's in front of you, and I'm going to ask you to, if you will, to kind of help keep us on track with that, and that way we'll make the best use of your time. Before I go any further, I need to put out a disclaimer. I have been told that I have got a very, very, very slight Southern accent. I don't want you to worry about that. I believe I'm going to be able to understand all of you just fine. And it's good to see the smile. So we are going to have a good time today. And like I said, our department is very versatile. We have programs. As we go through today, we're going to tell you a little bit more about them. But we've got programs that range from toddlers right on through to cemetery maintenance. We've got activities that start with our preschool sports, and it runs right on up through our senior citizens fitness. We maintain the ball fields, the parks. We maintain the right-of-ways. We maintain the trails through the woods. We even pick up your leaves on the side of the road. So we do a little bit of everything. We are the third largest department in the city. We only fall behind our emergency services as far as size and staff. Our fire and police are our two largest departments. Parks and Recreation falls in behind that. And ironically, we are very involved in emergency services. I don't know if you remember back in 2011 when the tornadoes came through and did so much destruction to the Fayetteville Cumberland area. But within 30 minutes of the tornadoes touching down, we had staff in offices and in place where we were opening up shelters so folks who had lost their homes had somewhere to go. And it was actually a group of dedicated, very dedicated Parks and Recreation employees that were actually clearing the streets so that the fire and police could get in and do what they do. So our guys were leading the way, and we're proud of them.
My name is Barbara Wilkerson. I'm one of 3 district supervisors for Parks and Recreation. After looking at the video, I know that I am truly blessed to live in a great city. There's just so much to do here. I met Trent this morning, and we often hear people say there's nothing to do. And he hit me with a good question, well, what do you want to do? So ask that question, then you find out what they want to do, and we point them in that direction. So I'm very happy to be here this morning to get opportunities to speak with you, introduce myself, and like I said, I'm just one of 3 over the many rec centers that we do have, and our job basically is problem solving and conflict resolution. And so one of the most difficult times in my career was last year during the hurricane, but it gave me an opportunity to be so thankful and so truly blessed after having to supervise 3 of the shelters that we had last year, seeing the people coming and the amount of stuff and the fear of starting over and the things that they lost. I could go home and sleep differently, knowing that I was truly, truly blessed. I met Calvin this morning, and I was telling him, I say name right? Okay. And I was telling him that I was exhausted from the hurricane, but I tried my best to keep my head up. I lost it a couple times, but I'm truly blessed as well to have such a great supervisor. I am thankful for this gentleman here to my left, Mr. Jason McMillan. I have, even before he was my supervisor, I had a lot of respect for him then and still do today. And just when you can find a person that knows how to split and not just be about work, but be about family, it means the world.
Matter of fact, I've been here more than 29 years because I worked with Parks and Rec when I was in college. And after college, I went overseas, came back home, and got hoodwinked into taking an assistant job by my mom and my godmother, who was the superintendent of the department. And so I said, I'll take the job, work for a year or 2, and then go back overseas. But I've been here for 29 years, so I've seen a lot of kids come up and grow through the program. Matter of fact, I've got kids that I've coached that are bringing their kids back through the program. So it's great seeing kids grow up and make, additions to the community.
We can all walk in here if we want. This is what filters it. This is 2 filters here. Here's our chemical for chlorine to kill all the bacteria and germs in there. These are all readings that keep your pH to a certain level and your chlorine. If your chlorine drops, you can get bacteria or germs in the water. But if it drops, it will shut down. And then they'll call reading.
Work with the Warrior Transition Battalion, Paralympic Sports in Fort Bragg, so a lot of different things. Here at this facility, you can see the field is specialized. It's covered in a rubber surface. This is for our buddy baseball program primarily. It's for our children with special needs. It's easier for wheelchairs and walkers. But the program actually started into the opposite of Field of Dreams. Build it, they will come. We had to build the participants to show the need, and then we got the facility. We started in 2011 with just our original ball field. The maintenance crew scraped the dirt completely off of it. We put exercise rubber down on the base paths to make it where the wheelchair is a little more accessible. They widened the dugouts, put misting fans in there for the heat sensitivity of some of the children. That first year they had 2 teams and I think 26 athletes. This past year we had 6 teams and about 90 athletes. And it's just as good for the volunteers. We usually have a group from each high school or a community group such as the Junior League will come out. And the volunteers are having as much fun as the athletes. Everybody gets paired with a buddy. They're sitting, being their friends, going along with them. And from baseball, we started into buddy soccer. We do flag football. We do basketball. We partner with Methodist and do buddy tennis. So it's a fantastic program.
From there's like 21 fields to cut. You got multi-purpose fields, football fields, and baseball and softball fields. So it's like a total of 21 fields. And then the turf vac comes out second. If it's grass clippings like this on the ground, like he'll cut, and then it'll leave grass clippings. So then he'll inform the supervisor, and supervisor will inform whoever's operating the turf vac between one of us, and then we'll come out and go to that specific field and start turf vacuuming up the grass clippings. So y'all want to like get a sight of what they actually do?
So that's the vacuuming machine, and he's about to come back and suck up all these clippings that were left by the mower since he finishes his loop around. See, all of that was gone. He'll probably make one more loop around.
No, this one is all computerized. I can turn on each individual boom. There's three of them, center, left, and right. I can turn it on and off as needed. When I do the right of ways, I'll typically use one side boom.
Okay.
And just run down the street and just kind of cover it all up.
So are those little foamy things, that's when you're coming through before?
Right, all that is soapy water just to make a marker.
Got it.
The way we do ball fields. I do it because I don't want to overspray and waste
So it
chemicals.
gives you a guide as to where you're going.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it'll, depending on the heat, it'll dissipate pretty quick. It's just like soapy water you put in your sink.
Okay.
Pretty much. A little difference. It's more foamy.
Yeah.
So anyway, here we go. Got some sprayed this field twice already this year. It's a never-ending thing. It's a full-time thing to spray all these fields and right away. There's a lot to it.
Here it is.
Wow.
So, we are going to be looking at this project in just a little bit. This is one aspect of what we do in our building inspections. It's not just going out and checking to see if the wires are connected right or if the footing's been put in correctly, but it's looking at, I don't know how, I'll just say that's 1.5 inches, maybe a little taller. Couple, page after page after page after page, I'm coming your way, of details. You have to make sure all these details match when you get into more details upon details. And you start looking at every floor and all the activities going on, so that when you put it all together, you can get a project like we have across the street.
Okay, we'll go inside the Prince Charles first. Again, that's what's right behind me. We'll end up spending about $19.3 million on the Prince Charles, so that's about $250 a square foot. So, and we
just as a reference, 80 to 90 is what we do for housing. 3 times.
Once the towers are up, will it be taller than Cisco?
yes.
Oh, look at you.
Yes. So I don't know if you guys watched my very first tour of the Prince Charles, but what a long way they have come. What a big difference. So nice, so modern. Like, take a look at one of the doors. I will leave a link below for my other video so that you guys can see the difference and where we've come from. But hi. And that's one of the views. And they said when the towers and everything are completed, this building will actually be taller than the system. So this is a 1-bedroom apartment. It is facing Hay. And I actually remember sitting and looking at the same view during the first tour overlooking City Hall. So this is amazing.
You can get your own furniture.
Well, the fact we will require that you get your own furniture. Yes, you don't have to get that.
This is the living room. Nice little setup. This is like perfect for somebody single. No kids. Cute little kitchen setup. I'm gonna take y'all to the bathroom real quick.
One down.
And then we're gonna go see the next one. It's a shower with a tub, so kind of nice.
It has to meet current codes, but it also has some provisions that allows it to meet what would have been to keep it retained its a historical significance. So, like most of what I'm hoping you're hearing, you don't see a lot of the stuff behind the scenes that makes it.
So now we're going to see, I think this is a 2-bedroom apartment. Yeah, 2 bedrooms, so a little bigger, maybe 1 kid. Nice little pantry.
So these prices would be different from, well, the 2 bedrooms on one side. So
Yeah, this one's our most expensive, about $2,000 a month.
Did y'all hear that? About $2,000 a month.
Natural gas is to the kitchens and then our emergency generator.
This one actually overlooks the stadium. So nice. Nice little view.
And that's natural Piedmont.
Yes, the gas. Piedmont, or I guess it's not Dominion. I think Dominion bought Piedmont Natural Gas, TNG.
Oh, I'm taking a photo.
Yeah.
Sorry.
A little bit there.
Go this way. No, I'm not watching.
I think this would be a
Bathroom. Ooh, I love the shower door. So this one is no tub, just the shower.
Here's the first bathroom. This is the guest bathroom. MrsTee is in there. Piedmont natural gas. My bad, Terry. I said
Second
natural
bedroom.
Piedmont.
You just gave him a whole new name.
You don't have to make up names as I go.
That's the whole closet? That's a little small. Yeah. Oh, wait. Second bathroom. Okay, second bathroom has a tub, y'all. Ta-da. Okay, so I'm still amazed at the changes because last time I was here, again, I had a view of this same area, so I know I was already here. And since then, they have added this glass. I believe they're trying to maintain the historical value of the banisters. But, so the glass is here. And those are sprinklers. But I know I stood here last time, so this is really, really cool to get to see like the whole process and the befores and the after. Of course, there's still a lot of work being done, but kind of awesome.
It'll be a really nice, incredible restaurant. Really cozy, really private, 60 seating in there, so pretty small, just a great environment we hope everyone can enjoy, particularly on special occasions.
Reservations only.
The entrance for it will be underneath the marquee. We'll, of course, fix up the marquee. We'll probably do some valet parking out there as well. Drop off your car and walk inside and have a really great dinner for people on special occasions. So excited about that. So again, we'll have furniture in here and fix up the facade. We're going to do a big grand opening celebration probably on October 1st. Of course, we'll coordinate with Kevin, the great team. And then I'll also do a groundbreaking on that day as well. So groundbreaking and a grand opening, a big party, invite all the public to come out and see everything. For the Hyatt Place Hotel in the office building. So we will be starting construction above the parking garage on October 3rd.
That's also why Fayetteville has a downtown fire district that only allows certain types of construction added on to the other layers of what you can and can't do.
So there's glass.
So we're going to
We'll take the elevator back down,
because
we'll
it's
walk over to the
fire.
parking garage. I'll walk you out through the first floor lobby area, point out some of that, and maybe we'll go to the second floor. So welcome to the parking garage. This is will become a City of Fayetteville-owned parking garage. Our team right now is designing it and constructing it for the city. Where we're standing right now, this will be the future lobby of our Hyatt Place Hotel. This is where the check-in will be. You'll be able to get some breakfast over here. A little meeting room further down this space as well. All the hotel rooms will be on floor 6. Again, the lobby, the main meeting room will be where we are right now. We are currently in the process of putting the skin on the exterior of the parking garage. It'll be a brick or a masonry product wrapping around the garage. You see some blue paint going up right now. That's just to seal it so that we can hang our brick on top of that. So So it won't look brick when it's done. It'll be a dark red to fit into the district. This parking garage will be about $17.2 million. Our team, we're paying for about $2.5 million in cost, and the city's paying for the remaining costs as well.
And what was the overall total?
$17.2 million roughly. So it is an expensive parking garage because we're putting 2 buildings on top of it, and that's a critical piece. On top of this will be north of $50 million of private investment that might be bringing here to the community from outside. So we'll just walk around a little bit. I'll show you one entrance is where you all just walked in. This first floor level will have about 30 to 40 spaces, and these will all essentially be ADA handicap accessible. Above you there, you'll see the ramp that goes up. That'll start going up to all the floors above us. And that's where most of the public will enter by taking the elevated ramp off K Street. I'll show you the entrance ramp, and again, that ramp goes up all the way through the building. 182 spaces. The majority of the spaces here are on floors 2 through 5. In October, we will be opening up this parking garage the public start to use. We will be allowing parking on the first and second, and maybe potentially a little bit on the third floor. The rest of the parking garage will be closed off to the public because we'll have our construction workers up there just lay down area to use for storage. As again, we will be actively building above this parking garage. We will start construction above the parking garage on October the 1st. We will start going vertical first on our office tower, and then we'll start going vertical on the hotel. Both the office building and the hotel will likely be open probably January or February of 2021. So before the third baseball season.